This is TS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. You're watching Business Report. I'm Musaze Isesele. Nigeria may be warming up for a debt repair relief as there are strong indications that the World Bank Group and the International Monetary Fund would recommend to the G20 an extension of the debt service suspension initiative by low-income countries until the end of 2021. Nigeria is currently owing the two institutions about US $14 billion, while the 2021 budget is projected to spend as much as 3.12 trillion naira in debt servicing during the fiscal year. In a move to spur the entertainment, creative and technology sectors in the country, the Buhari-led administration has commenced a process that will provide the sectors with about 240 billion naira in financing and investments set to take off by the end of the year. The government says the $500 million equivalent financing, which is to be sourced from the AFDB, will be used for the establishment of a $500 million fund in support of what has been named the Nigerian Innovation Program, NIP. A report of the first draft project proposal was presented by the AFDB to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo last week. The AFDB is expected to give its approval in October. The Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA, in collaboration with the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, NLNG, has commenced moves to reduce the carbon dioxide emission and embrace the use of cleaner and safer source of energy. One of the ways to survive and thrive in any economy as a human being is to have a steady source of income. Thus, income is relevant to life in the same way blood is to the body. The managing director of Unilever West Africa, Carl Cruz, has reinstated the company's commitment towards job creation in the country using Hydrotrophy Challenge, a business-oriented challenge that targets undergraduates across universities in Nigeria. The Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation has said it paid 848 million naira as insurance claims to its insured farmers in 2020. It said this in a statement titled NAIC pays 848 million naira as claims in 2020 on Sunday. The Managing Director / Chief Executive Officer NAIC, Mrs. Folashade Joseph, stated that in 2019 and the corporation also paid 856 million naira to its insured farmers who suffered losses. It urged agricultural investors and lending institutions to continue to partner with NAIC, which was committed to the food security agenda of the federal government and intervention of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The international oil benchmark Brent crude fell the most in nearly 2 weeks on Monday as growing delays in Europe's reopening and looming Iranian supply dampened hopes for a swift decline in global inventories. Brent, against which Nigeria's oil is priced, dropped by $2.65 to $62.21 per barrel as of 9:06 p.m. Nigerian time on Monday, while the United States West Texas Intermediate fell by $2.75 to $58.70 per barrel. The United Kingdom may delay global travel beyond May 17 if COVID-19 infections continue to surge around the world, while Italy also extended some restrictions for travelers, adding further pressure to recovery in oil consumption. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TS Television, and you're watching Business Report. Do stay tuned. You're still watching Business Report. Salom Lines Shipping Company is in the eye of the storm after it allegedly failed in its duty of care to a customer, Substate Nigeria Limited, which conveyed CAT excavators, truck heads, Krone flatbed, Kaiser low bed, and a Hitachi crawler crane into Nigeria through the company. It was learned that the consignments were transported via a vessel named Silver Ray in a bill of lading marked SL00549774, which arrived on April 8, 2020 at 5-Star Logistics Port Terminal, Lagos, and were found to have been vandalized when checked on arrival, with losses amounting to about 288 million naira since then. The Director General of the World Trade Organization, WTO, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has reiterated that a rapid global and equitable vaccine rollout would be the best stimulus for a strong and sustained economic recovery for the global economy. Okonjo-Iweala acknowledged that large monetary and fiscal injections in advanced economies helped prevent a bigger economic downturn last year and served as a major factor in why growth and trade have both outperformed projections from last year. 5 of the major oil marketing companies in the country saw their total revenue plunge by 331.54 billion naira last year amid the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The companies, including Total Nigeria PLC and Conoil PLC, saw their combined revenue for the financial year 2020 fell to 768.46 billion naira from 1.10 trillion naira in the previous year. The financial statements of 6 major oil marketing companies listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange showed that 4 of them suffered profit declines. One posted a loss while the remaining one returned to profitability. Uganda is seeking a $130 million loan to finance its 15% share of the East African crude oil pipeline, as the government seeks to cement its stake in the project owned through the Uganda National Oil Company. The loan will be directed toward costs that include project design and environmental impact studies, which had previously been funded by international oil companies on behalf of the government. Uganda's Parliamentary Committee on National Economy will render the final verdict on the request to borrow from the domestic market, an appeal that was previously rejected on the basis of not being conditioned to a final investment decision. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TS Television. More stories after this time out. Just stay tuned. Welcome back, and you're still watching Business Report on TS Television. The debts of 4 states exceeded their net revenues by more than 400%, the Fiscal Responsibility Commission has said. The states are Lagos, Osun, Cross River, and Ogun. The FRC, in its report, Debt Sustainability Analysis of State Governments for 2019, also showed that the debts of all the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory Administration exceeded 50% of their revenues, contrary to limits set by the Debt Management Office. The report contained in the 2019 annual report of the FRC obtained by our correspondent on Monday said states that had the proportion of debt to revenue above 50% are assumed to have violated Section F, subsection C of Debt Management Guidelines 2012. On the debt status of the states, the report said it can be deduced that all the 36 states and FCT exceeded the DMO threshold of 50%. Despite the disruptive impact of COVID-19 last year, the full-year financial results of 11 commercial banks for the period ended December 31st, 2020 have shown that their combined profit after tax for the period under review stood at 941.063 billion naira, higher than the 917.764 billion naira they recorded the previous year. The banks are Access Bank PLC, Fidelity Bank PLC, FCMB, FBN Holdings Guarantee Trust Bank PLC, Union Bank of Nigeria PLC, United Bank for Africa PLC, Zenith Bank PLC, Stanbic IBTC, Sterling Bank PLC, and EcoBank Transnational Incorporated. The total Chinese box office for the 3-day Qingming Festival holiday exceeded 700 million yuan, equivalent of $107 million, setting a new record for the holiday period, according to China's leading ticket platform, Maoyan. Among several new releases for the holiday season, Chinese feature film Sister has won big, generating over 443 million yuan since its debut on April 2nd. Directed by newcomer Yin Ruxin and starring Chinese actress Zhang Zifeng, Sister tells the story of a girl, Anne Ran, who faced making choice between pursuing her own dream and raising younger brother after their parents died in a car crash. In the stock exchange market, the top decliners in the close of last market trade include FTN Cocoa, NEM, Unity Bank, Regalins, Livestock. FTN Cocoa closed at 0.46, NEM closed at 2.3 naira, Unity Bank closed at 0.75, Regalins closed at 0.3, Livestock closed at 1 naira .92 kobo. For market data index on some companies, ABC Transport closed at 0.32 with a change of 0.02. Academy closed with a 0.41 and a change of 0. Access with 8.10 and 0.1. Afrinshaw with 0.20 and a change of 0. Afriport closed at 5.30 with a change of 0.05. ICOR closed at 1.25 with a change of 0. On Treasury bills market, trading session for the Nigerian Treasury bills started the week quiet as market attention was drawn to the Nigerian Treasury bills auction, which took place last week. Average benchmark yields for the T-bills dipped. It declined by minus 2.35% to close at 4.13%, and OMO bills yields fell by minus 2.60% to close at 6.38% at the close of last week. Yield for CBN and 39 special bills also saw a dip of 3.83%. Average benchmark yields 26th March was 21, 1st April was 21%, change T-bills was 4.23%, 4.30% and minus 2.25%. OMO bills was 6.55, 6.38 and minus 2.60%. SPEB was 6.26%, 6.02 and minus 3.83%. In exchange rate for dollar to naira, buying rate stands at 478 and selling rate at 485. For pounds to naira, buying rate is at 662 and selling rate at 672. For euro to naira, buying rate stands at 565 and selling rate at 573. While trading have started at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, we will bring you more reports from the Nigerian Stock Exchange tomorrow. And that's all we can take on Business Report Africa. Join again same time tomorrow. Thank you for staying. Remember to follow us on all our social media handles at TOS TV Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at TOS TV Network. I'm Musa Isesele. Thanks for watching.